This music video was made entirely with AI. And if you've ever tried to make an AI music video before, you probably know exactly why this feels different. When most people try to do this, the lip sync is usually off. The generations typically look plastic, and the movement never actually matches the beat. I get it, I've been there. But here's the thing, a new model called Seedance 2.0 just changed how this works completely. Because unlike every other AI video tool out there, Seedance doesn't add audio after the video is generated. It processes sound and video at the same time in a single pass, which means you can upload your track and Seedance will sync the entire generation to the beat automatically. So in this video, we're going to be using Higgsfield to build a full cinematic music video from scratch. It's the platform I like to use because it has every model we need all in one place. We'll generate the song, we'll build a consistent lead artist, and then we'll walk through the exact techniques you need to make every single scene hit, including one trick that completely changes how you should think about character consistency across an entire music video. Let's get into it. Before we can make a music video, we need a song. And for that, we're using Suno 5.5. The way it handles genre, vocals, and arrangements makes it one of the best AI music models out there right now. So we'll head over to Suno, click Create, and drop our style into the prompt box. We're going for a slow burn R&B track. Warm analog textures around 78 beats per minute with a female lead vocal in a smoky lower register. All prompts in this video will be linked in the description. Now, here's a quick tip before we hit generate. Suno actually gives you much stronger results when you feed it your own lyrics, instead of letting it write them from scratch. But for this video, we're letting Suno do the heavy lifting, just to test where this tool really shines. So we'll leave the lyrics field blank, hit create, and Suno will generate a couple of versions for us to pick from.
I just wanna see you again, 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 again. I can't afford to see. I'm asking that today.
That's our track. It's called Low Light, and it's the skeleton that everything else in this video is going to be built on top of. Because now we need the artist who's going to perform it, and building a consistent artist is the part most people get completely wrong. They generate one clip of their artist and she looks great. Then they generate the next clip and she's a completely different person. And there's no way to build a real music video around a lead singer who keeps changing between shots. So here's the fix. Before we generate a single video clip, we're going to build a character sheet. This is one image with multiple angles of our lead singer. And from here on out, every generation we do is going to reference this one image, so our artist stays identical across every single scene. To build it, we'll use Nano Banana Pro. Now, Higgsfield actually has a built-in character creation tool called Soul, and if you're just getting started, it's a solid option. But for this music video, Nano Banana Pro will give us the cleanest character sheet with the least iteration. So we'll head to Higgsfield, click Image, and select Nano Banana Pro from the model list. Then we'll drop in our prompt. We want a mixed race woman in her late 20s with vivid red hair and a fine line tattoo sleeve on her left arm. The layout is 2 rows of 3 shots each. The top row is full body variations in 3 different angles. The bottom row is close-up portraits, all on a neutral charcoal background with even studio lighting. And here's what we get back. 6 angles of the same person with the same features. This is the single most important image in the entire project, because every video generation from this point forward is going to reference this exact sheet, which means our artist is locked in no matter what world we drop her into next. So let's drop her into her first one. And this is where Seedance 2.0 does something no other AI video tool can. Because here's what most people don't realize. Every other AI video tool works the same way. You generate your video, then you try to match it to your music in the edit, which is why the cuts never quite land. The movement often feels disconnected from the beat, and the whole thing feels stitched together instead of choreographed. But Seedance works in the complete opposite direction. You upload your track directly into the generation, and Seedance processes the audio and video at the same time, which means every part of your generation is natively synced to the beat. Let me show you exactly what that looks like. So we'll head back to Higgsfield, click Video, and select Seedance 2.0 from the model list. Then we'll drop in our character sheet as the visual reference, upload our low light track as the audio reference, and write our prompt. For our first generation, we want a medium close-up of our artist performing to camera in a dim interior. And here's the result. Now watch her closely. The small tilt of her head, the soft close of her eyes on the held note. None of that was in the prompt. Seedance added it on its own because it read the beat of the track and built her performance around it. But that's only half of it. It's not just her movement that syncs to the music. Everything else in the generation does too. And for the second generation, I wanted to push that idea further. So I built out a wide shot this time. Our artist is walking toward the camera on a rooftop at golden hour. Same character sheet reference, with a different part of the track uploaded. And you can see it immediately. Her walking cadence is locked to the beat. The camera's backward motion is locked to the beat. Even the way her hair catches the light feels rhythmic. That's the difference between editing your video to the music and generating your video with the music. And once you understand that, the whole workflow changes. Which brings us back to the biggest problem we mentioned at the start: lip sync. Every other tool on the market treats lip sync as a separate step. You generate your video first, then you run it through a second tool that tries to match the mouth movements to the audio, and it almost never actually lines up. The vowels always look off, the consonants get mushed together, and the harder the vocal gets, the worse it falls apart. Seedance doesn't work that way. Remember, Seedance generates the audio and video together in a single pass, so the lip sync benefits from that process too. Let me show you exactly what that looks like. For this one, we're going tight. An extreme close-up on our artist, performing the chorus straight to camera. This is the hardest possible test for any AI lip sync tool because every small error is magnified. Watch her mouth. Every vowel, shape, consonant, and held note lands exactly with the vocal. And the micro expressions between phrases, the blinks, and the way her eyes drift on the longer notes. None of that was prompted. That's Seedance reading the emotional arc of the vocal and generating performance around it. But slow, sustained vocals are one thing. The real stress test for lip sync is speed. So I ran the exact same technique on a completely different genre, rap music, something with faster cadence and dense syllables. First, I generated a separate character sheet, wrote a new Suno track, and dropped both into Seedance the same way. And the sync holds. Every rapid syllable, every breath, every flow change. It's the same precision we got with the slow vocal, just moving 10 times faster, which means it doesn't matter what genre you're working in or how fast the delivery is. If the audio is on the beat, the mouth is on the beat. But a real music video needs range, different locations, and different looks, all tied together by the same lead artist. And this is where the wheels usually come off, because the second you try to move your character into a new environment, everything you built in the first scene starts drifting. The character's face changes slightly, or the tattoos rearrange themselves, and the whole music video stops feeling like it's about one person. But because we've got our character sheet locked in from the start, we can drop her into as many worlds as we want, and she stays identical every single time. Let me show you exactly what that looks like. For this new scene, let's build something completely different from what we have, starting with a rain-soaked alley at night. And this time, let's add some background dancers. We get the same character in a completely different world. For our second scene, let's go in the opposite direction. Let's try something quiet and polished. We'll put her in a luxury hotel suite at night with the city skyline behind her. The results give us the same song, but now she's dressed in silk, gold adorned, and reflecting instead of performing. This is the shot that proves the character sheet workflow holds up, even in restrained close-up cinematography. Because when the styling changes this dramatically, most AI tools lose the face. Seedance doesn't. So for our last scene, let's bring in a second character, a love interest. And here's where the character sheet workflow gets really powerful. We already built a character sheet earlier for the male artist we used in our lip sync test, which means we can drop him straight into this scene as our love interest with zero extra work. Character sheets aren't just a one-time tool, they become a library. Once you've built one, you can reuse it across any project, any scene, any story. So we placed both characters inside an empty American diner at 3 a.m. And in the result, everything lives together. Both characters hold consistently, with background activities subtly landing on the beat. This is the kind of scene that used to require a full production crew. Now it takes one prompt, 2 references, and a song. So now you know exactly how to make a cinematic AI music video using Higgsfield. And the workflow we just walked through can be used for any genre, any artist, and any visual direction you want. But every single thing we just did, the character sheet, the beat synced performance, the restyled scenes, lives or dies on one skill: prompting. And it's the one skill most people are still getting wrong. So I put together a full breakdown of the 6 prompt types you need to consistently generate realistic AI videos from scratch. Click the video on screen now. I'll see you there.